What's going on, Philadelphia Eagles fans? It's your boy Philly Day One, and as y'all know, man, we've been having some wolves pretty much everywhere. We've been having defensive line wolves. We've been having, I think I talked about at the end of the game about the defense playing well in certain situations. Now, I think um, we looked at Seth Joyner's video earlier, and he's pretty much telling us what's going on with why we can't stop the run, or not really can't stop the run. We're having problems with the run. The run defense isn't 32 ranked bad, but it's bad enough for us to give up these touchdowns and to lose by 3 points. So it's that bad. It's not championship good though. So Seth Jordan is going to break down what's going on with this defense as far as the run game is concerned. Also on this video, we have Shane Huff explaining the route concepts, the lack of creativity in the route concepts, and it don't look like a lot of the players who saying they're buying into this scheme believe in it. I've seen Devontae Smith kind of jogging a route. I've seen AJ Brown kind of jogging a route we seen last game. And now he brings to our attention that Dallas Goedert actually jogged in a route as well. These guys are telling us that they believe in the scheme, but it's looking like on film they don't really like the routes they're running. We're going to share that route with you today on this video. But we're gonna look at Shane Huff and check out that video. Also, we have 94 WIP went on to say some stuff that I had already said, but explain it maybe in a way that you guys can understand it. Because I was doing it raw motion is the way I was saying it. It was just raw motion, and he actually breaks down why we're struggling with so much talent on the team, and we're gonna listen to that. So let's get it.
But you're going to end up with Dallas Goedert basically one-on-one on this crossing route. And he just doesn't run a hard route. So first of all, watch how this is played out. This is your hole defender right here. He sees the drag and jumps on it. And then you get the guy that was on the drag is going to fall off under this crosser. You've got the safety coming down on A.J. Brown. And so you've got Dallas Goedert one-on-one running into the open field. And I just can't help but feel that he's just jogging this route out, not expecting the ball. I mean, you watch this and you tell me from the snap here what kind of effort you think Goedert is giving. We're not tired. This is like the third play of the game. You're one-on-one, and you just jog it out. And then Hurts tries to throw him upfield. It's just barely a miss.
Yes, that was Shane Huff. And if you look at Dallas Goedert has one-on-one, and I guess one-on-one seems open to our receivers and tight ends and running backs. I'm thinking we're scheming just one-on-one, which should be golden, right? In the right route, it should be golden. One-on-one with your tight end running with a safety, defensive back safety, or corner. In most cases is open. But not in these cases. Dallas Goedert is not a speedster by no means. I don't see him outrunning a lot of cornerbacks and safeties. If it was a linebacker that was on him, yes, that route is golden. I don't see a linebacker running with him across the field like that, deep across the field like that. But that's not the case. So I just think this route is a lack of creativity. And again, man, I think too that this offensive coordinator is getting his feet wet, man. He's never called plays before this season. I have been very upfront about I'm not happy with the fact that we went in-house for an offensive coordinator just starting with this team being so good. I didn't want to miss an opportunity. It certainly looks like we can do that this year. So I don't know if later on or they'll let him ride the whole season out, but hopefully he'll get better. That's the only thing I guess we can wish for. Him being fired in his very first year, I doubt that'll happen. So we're going to suck it up, guys. Let's get into Seth Joyner's breakdown of why the defense, specifically the defensive line, is having so many problems defending the run.
You know, one of the most alarming things that I'm seeing is the Eagles' defensive line cannot stop the run out of the four-man front. We've seen that before. Anytime that they want to try to stop the run, they've got to go to a five-man front. What does that look like? That looks like Jahad Campbell moving late to the outside, and now you got one linebacker on the ball. That safety's dropping late, but you're a guy short. So you're really in a six-man look across the board. You're still going to get your double team to decide that you want to run the ball, and there's nothing that you can do about it because it's man-on-man blocking. And when you got guys like Jalen Carter not getting off blocks and Jordan Davis not getting off blocks, you're going to struggle in the run game. So I think a lot of the inconsistencies that we see on both sides of the ball, as great as they have played up until this point, is that we're not dominating the line of scrimmage like we have in the past on both sides of the ball, and that's been our calling card.
I do agree with that. He did it a little bit last year with Zach Bond. Zach Bond came down last year and did the five front defensive line, and we had a way better success rate with it with Zach Bond down there because we had Nakobe Dean coming in there, and he kind of, when Nakobe Dean is back there, he kind of fills holes pretty quickly. He's a downhill linebacker, but now we have Jahad Campbell, which he is very, very athletic in his own right. He just don't come with a lot of power, you know. So he's not going to shoot a hole to stop a run. He'd rather play the passing game, and it should make our passing defense pretty good, which it is kind of. Without giving up those deep balls, it is. But if we can't find a way to just do it with the four we're bringing people in the box to do, it's going to be a long year. You know, everybody understands that they can just run the ball on us and get 70 yards with the tier 3 running backs. And when it comes time to put our foot on people, Nick, so to say, it's very hard when people can run the ball on you and average 5 yards a carry. It's very hard because you can't get people off the field. And by the third, fourth play, the defense is pretty gassed. We don't have a lot of 3 and outs with this defense, so that can be a problem. We aren't playing a lot of championship football, and this goes into the argument from 94 WIP, which they said just that. I'm gonna let you hear the video.
It's the truth. The Eagles' offense sucks. It flat out sucks, especially considering the personnel that is on this team. They don't do anything well consistently. They are now 30th in the league again in sack rate. 30th. There's only 32 teams. They have the 4th most 3 and outs in the entire NFL. For every good half of offense we have one that is not only subpar, but is absolutely positively horrible. And I don't know whose fault it is. I don't know if it's Kevin Patullo. I don't know if it's Nick Sirianni. I don't know if it's Jalen. I don't know if it's the offensive line. But it is not even close to being good enough to be a Super Bowl team. Not even close. And this whole thing where the quarterback and the star wide receiver do not talk to each other is psychotic loser stuff. It is what losers do. To hear that they missed each other on a deep pass and they don't talk to each other about what happened afterwards is what losers do. They have all the makings of a poorly coached team. They get dumb penalties. They say they don't communicate well. Every week it's the same thing. We just aren't executing well. And
we just have nothing nothing that stamps our name. Like we can't go into there and they go, we just got to stop this, because we don't do a lot of stuff well. You know, we're winning off pure talent. And deeper in the playoffs, maybe the first round of the playoffs, that don't fly. You can't go in the first round of the playoffs and win off of pure talent. We're gonna play the Giants in about a day or so, and I'm nervous. You know that we're gonna have problems with the Giants. We should come out of there and everybody should like snap it like the bye of last season, when everybody just kind of snapped their fingers and that was all together. We had these same problems last season, and then, you know, the bye comes, we get a week off, and I guess everybody was like, you know what, let's play now. We need that kind of attitude right now, and who better to start it off with the Giants? So that's all I got for you guys, man. Like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications on so you don't miss a video, and we out. Let's go Birds.